Hello, I'm Jeff. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're a new viewer, welcome. Hopefully, this is not your first video here. And um, come back and return for more yapping. I don't want to say wisdom because I never considered myself a sage, but maybe you can learn something from this story. And probably men who are older than me, you can even argue women too, this advice applies to, but um, the saying of don't eat where you shit or shit where you eat, whatever that saying is. I've personally experienced this, and it is a very true thing that I hope at least people that are watching don't do a mistake that I do or did, which is date someone at your place of work. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, one, if you have experienced this, you're like, oh, I agree with you, Jeff. Wow, that was miserable. Or two, oh, I actually, ended up being good, which is fine. I don't want this advice to be like, hey, don't entertain anything at work, but there's pros and cons, as most things in life. And if it doesn't work out, you can create your own living hell. Now, let me tell you a story. So, I used to work at Target, and I had a friend group I made friends with there, and one way or another shape, I met a girl through there, and we started seeing each other a lot, and at least got very intimate with um, you know, kissing, bedroom stuff, the whole shebang, right? And this happened in less than like 2 months. It was like very, very like passionate, but not like emotionally. I don't know, because when I reflect on this, it like really messed me up when it ended, because even though I didn't have the balls to be like, I don't want something like super serious, like this was fun, but um, I don't want to pursue like, boyfriend and girlfriend. Part of me regrets not saying that. So I've learned from that. But oof, the aftermath at the work, oh my God. It was just mega awkward. I would see her like pass by, wouldn't like say words to each other, and then eventually like warmed up and trying to be cordial and stuff. But it was just constantly on my mind, eating me away. The anxiety was so overwhelming. This is like, why did I do this? What is wrong? Like, I had like mad regret. I went through just deep like depression. The anxiety was skyrocketing. I was very self conscious of how I would behave and act whenever I made eye contact with her. I was like 22 at the time, and this was during the pandemic too. So we would wear masks, and like you couldn't really smile under them. So sometimes you would like pull it down and like smile at people or whatever, but you can only tell through eyes, like eye contact, and you just see the eyes of people either being like, "Oh, I don't want to like talk," or I just want to go about my day. But whenever I looked at her, it was just like, whoa, this is hard to do. And yeah, the juice was not worth the squeeze. Saying, and now when at my new employer, there's very like smart, intelligent women there that are attractive as well, but it doesn't even cross my mind to even entertain dating because of this experience I had. And like, this is my main source of income. I do not want to mess that up. Like, that is very important to me. So anything of like romance or anything is like not even entertained. And at one point, I was like, okay, I'm at work. It's easier. It's kind of warm approach. You know someone, but you just got a lot to lose. Like, so much that it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. One, if it goes bad, what happens to she's like vindictive about it, starting rumors and stuff. Think of it as a girl too, like men, sometimes they'll handle rejection like really poorly. Um, to the point of like being very immature about it. Girls can do this too, but I feel like with men, it's like you get to a point of you dealing with so many rejections since you initiate encounters and conversations with women that you can become jaded. At least what I've seen. Luckily, I've not jaded yet on that. I think having a great support system, great friends, people that love you in your life, that you won't develop that. So that truly helps, having that support system. But yeah, just don't date, man. At work, especially. But like, don't even have. I think being a hopeless romantic nowadays just makes life really hard on you because everything's changed with how people interact. I think at certain stages of life, maybe I've had chances. I think of at least pursuing something, but never something where I'm like, wow, I want to marry this girl kind of thing. You usually think of school, college, maybe your job while you're in school or college. And then once after that happens and you start going to like an adult job, whatever that means, maybe like something corporate or something 40 to 50 hours a week, maybe more if you're having to do that for a family or you're unlucky in the sense of having to do overtime, that you just end up having these factors against you where that is your livelihood, and what are you willing to sacrifice for that, for maybe something very superficial, depending on what you see in this person and how your connection is or where it goes. It could end up ruining everything in your life. And that's not even going into the mental, which I've discussed about, when I was working at Target, and I guess an ex-lover or person I don't even, yeah, I guess we could say that. And it just, it could really set you back like a couple months. So maybe for me, I think because the amount of things we did together, we shared a lot of gifts, gift giving. It was stuff that was meaningful to me, but I just wasn't mature enough to realize like, hey, we are doing relationship things. And, that's about youth. You make mistakes and you learn from it, right? And yeah, I took it hard for a really long time. And some people, they'll recover and bounce back quick. Others, like me, I'm not the most outgoing on the weekends, trying to meet people, talk and stuff. Like, I'll spend it time with like friends or family or like stuff that I'm interested in and hobbies and so forth, that I take like my whole present energy into. And I think that's a good use of my time. So my opportunities are lower. So that could also affect how, um, meeting people and so forth. I've debated about classes and stuff, but nothing has really appealed to me yet. But never say never. Could be in the future. But yeah, one takeaway here is if you're going to date at work, be very, very, very careful. I wouldn't advise for it, honestly, through the stuff that I just spoke about. But hey, it's your life. I'm just chatting here. So it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in July in Southern California. Nice low 80, thank God. Not high 90s or even 100. And going to try to enjoy the rest of my day. And thank you very much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. And hope you got some value out of this video. Anywho, see you around.